Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nur Afiqah Shahira binti Muhammad Sakri, and today I will present on sentiment analysis on iPhone review in Amazon. First, I will start with introduction. A smartphone is a mobile phone that helps you to do more than just make phone calls and send text messages. Smartphones can access the internet and run software programs like computers. Smartphones use a touch screen to allow users to communicate with them. There are thousands of mobile applications, including sports, personal use, business use, services, and it's all running on the phone. Apple iPhone, one of the most popular smartphones available today. As the world is getting advanced every day, there are a lot of new technology developed, and nowadays people can do some purchasing online regardless any type of item, either groceries or mobile and gadget. Purchasing online can be risky if there is no review on the item you want to purchase. Therefore, whenever the customer wants to purchase the item, they will check on the review that have been left by the customer who bought the same item. Purchasing a smartphone would be too risky if the customer do not check on the review. The customer reviews are available to company because they share their shopping experience with them. The reviews also help the companies to upgrade their services and quality of the products. Last but not least, the review also help the company to upgrade their marketing strategy. Statement for this project is nowadays everyone can own a smartphone. Some even own 2 or more smartphones regardless the age. We can see parents would give their kids smartphones to distract them from throwing tantrum. The demand in smartphone market has brought to a lot of smartphone production with variety of high quality features. The smartphones will be sold either at the store or online. Buying smartphone directly from the store would not stir the trust of the quality on the phone, but purchasing smartphone online would be too risky for getting scammed if there be no reviews on the smartphone. Therefore, everyone who wants to purchase online, they are advised to always read the reviews, but it will consume a lot of time to read each reviews. Hence, sentiment analysis is used to extract and sum up the reviews from the online shopping website to check on the polarity of the reviews, either it is positive, negative, or neutral. The objective of this project is to retrieve iPhone reviews in Amazon and to analyze the iPhone review using sentiment analysis. For web scraping, we use Web Scraper to scrape our data from Amazon.com. First step, we use Amazon shopping website in order to retrieve the product reviews. Next, we search for iPhone product in the search bar in the Amazon website. We then open the web scraper, which can be found in the right panel, and choose inspect. The web scraper, we set it as extension in the Google Chrome. Next, we create sitemap for iPhone to begin the scraping. After the selected iPhone is created, we create selector for model, rating, and review because we are interested in those variables. And we also create selector pages because the result is listed in the pages. This is the selector graph. You can see that after the page, we have iPhone chunk for model, rating, and review. The data start to scraping from the website. And this is the data that retrieved from the Amazon.com, and we can download it as CSV file and begin our analysis in RMS, Rapid Miner Studio.
My name is Farida binti Fauzi, and I'm going to continue with the step to run a RapidMiner. So overall, there is a few stages involved in conducting of RapidMiner, such as data processing, data visualization, and sentiment analysis. But the first thing first, we have to creating the repository. We're going to create repository called text mining iPhone review, and then create subfolder, then have separate that have separate data folder and process folder, which the data folder keep data such as iPhone review, iPhone review word list, iPhone review word vector, and then while for processing folder will keep processing steps such as text pre-processing, text visualization, and then text sentiment analysis. And for overall repository save all file and document related to the project. The next step is extract the Excel folder after undergo word scraping process from Amazon into RapidMiner Studio by using the import data and search for the location of the data and place the data into subfolder called data. So for the next step, if we're going to conduct text preprocessing. The first thing we have to do is we're gonna retrieve the data iPhone review which has been stored and check for the result output, but make sure to connect the output part to the result part. So here the statistic of the data show that the review attribute is in polynomial form. So we have to transform the polynomial form into the text form. We're going to use a nominal to text operator to convert the nominal attribute to text, also string attribute. Under parameter panel, the attribute filter chosen is single because only review attribute will be chosen. In order to clean review data, process of document to data operator is used to generate a word vector from string attribute. This operator contains double rectangular which is undergoes certain process. And then the next step is filter example operator will be selected to remove those necessary tokens that we have found in order to ensure it follows certain criteria and define the type of filter that can be used. And the last step in this stage is word list to data, which is used to convert a word list into a dataset, and again we store it in data repository as iPhone review word list, which build a dataset container row for each word and attribute for word itself, the number of documents in which it occurred, and for each number is occurred in a document of this class convert a word list into a dataset. For the sub-processing operator in process document to data operator, the first step is we gonna split a document text into a series of token use tokenized operator. This step we call it as tokenization. Tokenization will split the data of a document into a sequence of token and capture each of the term from each of the reviews. And then we're going to use transform cases operator, which will transform all character in a document to either lowercase or uppercase. Next, filter token by length operator used to filter the token which include minimal number of character for the token to be considered is 3 and increase the word length to 40. The next step is filter stopwatch English. Filter stopwatch English actually used to remove English word such as connecting word like the, and others in a document. Next, stem filter operator used to replace word suffix and reduce word into its minimal length to its root. For example, to reduce word lightly. So the word lightly can be reduced to light. And then replace all occurrence using regular expression to specific replacement using replace token operator and adjust the detail of replace token. The last sub-process are extract length and extract token, where we extract the document length and token number and adding it into metadata, the location of token in Word took detail of token numbers. So we're moving to this data processing. So further data processing. In order to process the data in the same operator with some modification and adding operator into it, we want to, in the text processing, we're going to use same operator as text pre-processing, but we only adding some operator and make a small modification. So we're going to add a set row operator between process document from data and filter example. So there is set row in between of process document from data and filter example. And then this set operator function as changing the role of one or more attribute. We change the rating attribute to label target, and then we're gonna use the store operator after filter example and word list to data. The store operator going to select for a repository location in repository entry and place it under subfolder name and name it iPhone review work vector. For the store to operator, also undergo the same process as store 1, but only undergo the same process as store, but only name the data name iPhone review word list. So we're going to proceed with tab processing subprocess under process document from data operator. In this process, we're only going to add two new operator, which is generate engram term operator and aggregate token length operator. These are the first operator, which is generate engram term. We're going to place it between the replace tokens and extract length operator, and then aggregate token length. We're going to place it at the end of this sub process after the extract token number operator. So the first thing, we're going to create term engram of token at maximum length of engram is 2 in a document using generate engram term operator. Term engram can be defined as a series of consecutive tokens of length n. Then, aggregate token length operator used to extract and aggregate the length of all tokens of a document, and the result will be added as new metadata and change aggregation into the average. We move to the next step, which is text visualization. The text visualization, the first step of this step is we have to retrieve iPhone review word list from the subfolder data and connect it with word list to data in order to convert word list into dataset. The next operator is sort operator, which is the sort operator we use to sort the total attribute in ascending or descending operator according to single attribute, followed by filter example operator, which used to which the number of frequency from the term which is greater than 20. Then the other step is we're gonna retrieve from the subfolder data iPhone review work vector. We're gonna retrieve it to weight the data. And next step is we're gonna use weight by maximum relevant operator, which is used to calculate weight for all each token, and we save the attribute weight as input. After that, weight data operator used to extract the example set with attribute name corresponding to weight. And next step is filter example operator. We return example that match the weight condition with which weight greater than 0.15 and weight less than negative 0.15 only. And the important part is the sentiment analysis, which is this part is the part of opinion mining, where it can describe data from any place regarding of the argument whether it is positive or negative. This process will undergo to determine whether the review about iPhone more to positive review or more to negative review. So there is the step. The first step is we going to retrieve from subfolder data, which is iPhone review, and then the next step is we're gonna use remove duplicate operator to remove any redundant data inside the repository and change single attribute review because we're going to focus on review attribute and proceed with any duplicate review. And under parameter panel, we're going to select single for attribute filter type with review attribute. And then select attribute operator used to select a subset of attribute of an example set and remove the other attribute. The select attribute filter type for single with review attribute. Then sentiment analysis operator will be used to analyze the sentiment review from iPhone, followed by going to convert specific value of selected attribute to new values using map operator. So under this operator parameter panel, we're going to select attribute filter type to subset and select attribute of polarity review. Also will be insert all value and new value of positive, negative, and neutral into value mapping. And then the final step of this process is the filter example operator going to use to return those examples that match the condition where polarity review not equal to neutral on add filter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Maizatul Amira binti Azami, and today I will present about the result and conclusion for this sentiment analysis project. Okay, for the result, we attach the output that compute after we run the processes in RapidMiner Studio. The sentiment analysis result shows that there were 131 of the reviewers gave positive opinion, while the rest of them, about 68 of the reviewers, having negative opinion on the iPhone that sold in Amazon. As we can see, none of them gave any neutral opinion. For the conclusion, overall of the result shows that majority of the reviews on the iPhone that sold from Amazon were positively reviewed, and we can conclude that Amazon is trustworthy shopping website to purchase iPhone beside the Apple Store. That's all from me and my friends. Thank you for listening.